Hey everyone, welcome to the High Priestess Demari channel and to another collective reading. I hope you're all doing well. So we are going to dive in and see what you need to know. Keep in mind it is a general reading and it's also timeless. It's not going to resonate for every single person watching, okay? Also, my readings do tap into past, present, and future energies. Right now, we're currently looking at what is being revealed, what is it the collective is experiencing, what are the key themes, energies. Okay, so it's a bit of an energy update reading, but obviously this is going to pertain to things that are being shed from the past, things that are currently playing out, and things that are going to be coming up. Okay, so it's important to keep that in mind. So let's see, what are the key themes here for the collective? What are the key themes for the collective when they watch this reading? Ooh, Queen Nefertiti. Okay, so you may even be seeing some symbolism around ancient Egypt, certain deities, okay, or possibly even certain queens or kings. Alchemy could be something that is being brought to your attention, okay, which would make sense because a lot of the collective are experiencing very intense alchemical processes still, okay. A lot of people are sort of navigating towards the end of their most recent alchemical process, okay, and that has a lot to do with integration. What else? Yeah, we have Mame Kumbabang, which is about speaking one's truth, expressing oneself, okay, owning your voice. The numbers 38 and 33 could be significant. Anything else? We have Mam Lambo, self-sabotage. Number 24 could be significant. Yeah, so this is also about shedding old skin that doesn't serve, the ways in which we self-sabotage, the ways in which we become a blockage to ourselves, become our own worst enemy, okay, and how that can be reflected in certain connections and situations we find ourselves in. Yeah, and then we have number 29, Ella, grief. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Sheba, secrets revealed. 36 could be significant as well. Okay, so there's a lot that's coming to the surface, basically, for the collective. I feel like this is about basically people owning their divinity, okay? Divine masculine, divine feminine is really stepping into these high vibrational energies that are really quite prominent, okay? They're very much on the surface. I feel like these are easily accessible now, okay? Whatever blockages or whatever altars, whatever sort of pillars of darkness that was set up to block these energies, I feel like a lot of those have come crashing down, okay? So now it's a case of building, rebuilding, alchemizing, transmuting, okay, and coming out of the process, coming out of the chrysalis, coming out of the cocoon in this new embodied state of being, okay? That's pretty much what it is. So it's like a return to self, to one's true self. That's what it feels like, okay? So that's pretty much what's happening for the collective as we speak. I do feel like there is a sense of belonging and gathering and unity, okay? We've had these themes coming up for some time now. So I do feel like members of the collective are remembering that, you know, we are one giant family. Yes, we may belong to different soul tribes. Yes, we may have different paths that we're navigating, but ultimately we are one giant extended family, right? And it's up to us to, again, set the record straight. It's up to us to walk our truth, speak our truth, to embody that which we want to attract, that which we want to be a part of, that which we want to partake in, okay? And be willing to express the same energy in return, make the same gestures, show the same acts, right, of kindness, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, truth, clarity, whatever, right? Whatever it is that you want to see more of in this world. That's pretty much the energy. Again, this is about shedding the skin. This is why I have the Dark Mirror deck out, okay? I often bring that out when there's like elements of shadow work that I want to touch upon, right, specifically. And I feel like that's why this card is even here, okay? Because a lot of the collective has been forced to do deep internal shadow work, okay? Some of us have been doing that willingly and continue to do that, and that's great, okay? But others, they needed to essentially be brought into an energy where they had no choice but to sit down and just be with oneself and really look at certain things that they were doing, or things that they were perpetuating, or certain things that, you know, they were just in the pattern of, that they didn't see was becoming a problem or has been a problem, and has been creating undesirable outcomes, or helping them to attract undesirable energy, similar sort of situations or individuals, okay, because of something innate that had not been healed, or that had not been transmuted, or that had not been released, okay? So that has definitely come to the surface. I mean, the day of me doing this, we have the full moon in Scorpio tonight, so perfect timing, right? But I feel like this is going to apply whenever Spirit brings this message to your attention, okay? Because there's clearly something in it that I feel like would be beneficial, okay? Even if it's just one aspect of this reading. Yeah, for some of you, it has been a process of not just surrendering and letting go and releasing what doesn't serve you. It could even be attached to an element of grief, especially if you've experienced some kind of bereavement, okay? Where you've had a hard time letting go of someone that may have passed, transitioned, or you've had a hard time mourning, you know, what it is that you went through, and really just letting that go, okay? Letting that be a part of a past timeline, and just really embodying who you are now and how it's actually led you back to yourself in some roundabout way, okay? Yeah, it can be easy. It's not always comfortable. A lot of the time when you're shedding skin, it's not comfortable, okay? When you're shedding the things that have caused you pain, that act in itself is painful, right? But it's necessary. So I feel like you are going through the process, and you're understanding that it's okay to acknowledge your grief. It's okay to have grieved, or even be grieving whatever it is that you feel like you're having to part ways with, okay? Even if it was something undesirable, but it's just been part of your narrative, your story, or your life for so long, you need to be gentle with yourself as you do that, okay? Because that in itself is still, you know, it's not easy, you know? So just give yourself a little bit of grace as you do that, but just also pat yourself on the back for the fact that you are choosing to do that, okay? Because not everyone is, I can tell you that now. But the fact that you are just shows that you really are ready for something new, okay? Whatever shape or form that takes, it will depend, but you're just open to a new way of doing things, a new way of life, okay? In some capacity. Yeah, and I feel like this is also helping you to unlock things within yourself, okay, that you were not privy to in the past, okay? It's also helping you to understand more about your own individual journey, okay? Spiritual, in the physical, all of the above. Yeah. So it's definitely setting you up for the next leg of your journey. That's what I want to say, okay? So let's have a look at the shadow aspects of these energies that are being transmuted, transformed, released, okay? And what are still being addressed as well. So let's see. Tell me more about this Queen Nefertiti energy, this alchemy. Yeah, look, atonement. So a lot of people are surrendering this story of having to pay their dues to the point where it is becoming self-sacrificing, right? Martyrdom, yeah. So there is a narrative about martyrdom and self-sacrificing that's being released. Perhaps you're coming to understand that, you know, this is a pattern of yours, right? Where because you may have made a mistake, or you may not have operated in the best way, or there is some kind of wounding or some kind of guilt you're still carrying, or whatever this is, right? You know, it's like you're forcing yourself to pay over and over and over again for a mistake that you made a long time ago that you've already atoned for. Yeah, exactly. Or you may feel undeserving or unworthy in some shape or form. It could have something to do with your physical appearance for some of you. For others of you, it's just a case of you may have been in this self-sacrificing energy, because there is something about your image, your physicality, okay, either that you find undesirable, or you feel like draws the wrong attention, or people don't know how to treat you because of that, right? And you feel like you have to like sacrifice some aspect of you. Yeah, but I don't feel like that's the case, and you're definitely not doing that anymore. This is someone who is owning themselves, their power, you know, they're just showing up, right? Owning the authenticity, okay? So if there's something about your physicality that you didn't like, I feel like you're now embracing it or you're changing it. If there's something that you felt like was about your physicality that you was, you know, drawing people to you and it made you uncomfortable, I feel like instead of feeling bad about it, you're just owning it, okay? You're seeing it as an asset, as a blessing, okay? That you were made this way for a reason. But you have the power to dictate who has access to you and who doesn't, right? So if someone does anything untoward towards you, or if they don't approach you in a respectful way, I feel like you will assert your authority when it comes to that, okay? So tell me more. Yeah, so with this speak up energy, Mama Kumba Bang, we have Parasite and Artificial Heart. Yeah, exactly. So for some of you, you have been dealing with some people that have been feeding off of you, okay? I feel like now, instead of feeling like, you know, you have to endure these people just taking advantage or bleeding you dry or just feeding a situation that is toxic for you, okay? Or just not acknowledging your own feelings to keep the status quo. I feel like you refuse to do that at this point, okay? It's like you still have an element or a sense of belonging and community and wanting that sense of togetherness, but you're not willing to turn a blind eye to those in your community that are bleeding you dry, that are taking advantage of you, okay? No, there has to be balance there. And that's something I feel like a lot of people in the collective have learned, okay? They are finding this new balance between, you know, showing up, being a support, being of service, sort of being a pillar of light, being a pillar of their community. But at the same time, you see how regal and powerful these energies are? They know their worth, they know their value, they know the abundance they bring to the table. I mean, that's a lot of abundance here, right? But not everyone gets to have access to that, right? Especially if they are in a parasitic energy, right? So you're learning to, instead of shut down and just being compliant, okay, you are essentially reestablishing new boundaries here while still having an open heart, right? Because at some point it was shut down for some of you, okay? Like I say, this is a broad collective message. Just take the elements that apply. And so I feel like the ways and means in which you had been shut down, I feel like that is now changing. Some of you have recently experienced a major heart chakra awakening, okay? So now you feel like you can show up and be a part of the world again, rather than being in full hermit mode or just sort of operating almost like a robot here and just going through the motions, but keeping everyone at bay, or just being like, you know, detached completely, right? I feel like you're now finding this new healthy balance, again, a sign of healing. But I do feel like, of course, there are some people who are on the outside looking in that are starved of your energy now, but it's important that you maintain healthy boundaries with those people, because they need to look at this. They need to look at this energy that they're in. Yeah. So it's not your job to force them to reflect. They need to do this of their own accord. And if they don't want to do it, then you know what to do. Maintain those boundaries. Next. So we have, is this me? And we have addicted. Okay. So for some of you, this could be speaking on a karmic, toxic dynamic in certain relationships, okay? Where you may have found yourself constantly meeting the same kinds of karmic energies, okay? Same energy, different people, okay? Whether that's karmic feminine energies, karmic masculine energies, okay? People that fall into the same patterns of behavior, running into the same issues in your relationships with friends, family, lovers, right? Understanding that where those like patterns come from, are they generational curses? Is this something that you're attracting because on some level there's a part of you that don't feel deserving, or was taught at some point that this is how it is, right? Or This is just what you've witnessed, and so you don't know any different, right? But that's changing now. I feel like these are things that you've questioned. Like, it doesn't have to be this way. Just because I've seen people doing this, I've had exes do that, I've got family members that are in this energy, you know, it doesn't have to be the status quo moving forward, right? It's up to me to determine what that is for me. So I feel like that's what you're doing. Also, your own lower vibrational traits, right? You've also been looking at that. So where in the past you may have moved in a certain way, then you did this work and maybe you move differently now, right? And you're reflecting on where you've been, where you came from, whether that was dealing with some kind of addiction, okay, or you know, having some kind of addictive trait or pattern, whether that is you know, harboring a lot of darker energy when it comes to your emotions, okay, being fueled by certain like heavy base emotion, whether that's like rage or bitterness or jealousy or anger or frustration, or just being overcome with sadness, right? Because we even have grief here. So it could be that your grief was like putting you in a very, you know, sort of dark mindset, right? Where you couldn't see anything but the grief you were experiencing, the pain you were experiencing, and wanting retribution at all costs, wanting revenge, or, you know, wanting answers, right? And not being able to move on, whatever the case may be. I'm just giving you some examples with the themes we have here, but it could be anything, right? But whatever this is, these are things that are coming into balance now, right? So it's like at this point, you're no longer willing to sacrifice yourself, right? For these answers that you're seeking, for whatever happened in the past, for the people you were once connected to, or, you know, people that you are still connected to but refuse to change, right? Because you yourself are changing. So it's like kind of enough is enough type energy. That's what I'm getting there. Okay. And last one, please. Yeah, look, blinded to pain. We talked about that. We just talked about pain. Yeah, anger and chains. What did I say? So this is confirmation that there's been some very heavy emotions, okay? Not wanting to address it head on, how it's making you feel. That your anger and your frustration is directly connected to some kind of injustice or pain or bereavement or loss you experienced. You know, it's a valid emotion. That's why you need to look at it head on and say, this is why I feel this way, because it's stemming from this. If you keep trying to ignore it and act like everything's fine, guess what? The anger infests. You know, it just festers and grows and expands, and it becomes all consuming, right? That's not what you want. So I feel like you've had to really look at your pain, look at the source of your anger. And it's because of sadness. It's because of grief, loss, right? In some capacity. Like I say, that can represent a lot of different things for different people. This could be something you've recently experienced, something that happened years ago, something that happened like decades ago, right? But it's still affecting you on some level, whatever it is, no matter how long or recent, you know, this situation took place, right? Whether that was something that happened recently or a long time ago. So it's about really just getting to the nitty-gritty of how these things have been potentially affecting you, right? In whatever capacity they've been showing up in your life. Whatever's been surfacing at this time that has been uncomfortable to address, to look at, to experience, it was necessary. Because these are the energies that you're releasing. So, yeah, it was a big one. It was a very big undertaking, but it has served you very well, and it will continue to serve you well. Yeah, and I feel like for a lot of the collective, it has been about some form of injustice, okay? That, you know, the collective have been really struggling to come to terms with, releasing or overcoming, especially where, you know, there's elements of that still at play. I can understand that, right? But I think there's just been this like epiphany or awakening realization that these feelings, harboring these feelings and not, you know, addressing them and transmuting them doesn't change the outcome, doesn't change what you're experiencing. All it does is make you even feel even more weighed down and make it even more difficult for you to experience, you know, something greater, something better, right? So I feel like this is about the collective just choosing what they're allowing in and what they're accepting and what they're not accepting, right? So you are becoming the gatekeeper to essentially how you want your reality to look now. So a lot of shedding, a lot of healing, a lot of releasing, a lot of rewriting, reshaping, rebuilding, crafting, creating, manifesting, right? But you had to do this heavy lifting first, right? Addressing all of these more undesirable feelings and undesirable memories and, you know, energies, environments, people, right? You need to deal with it once and for all. And I feel like that's what you've been doing. You're not turning a blind eye to it anymore, whatever this is for you, okay? So, anyway. So, as a result of this work that's been underway, that the divine has been guiding the collective through, what are the doors that are now opening for those who have actually been doing this work? What are the doors that are now opening for those who've been doing this work? Wow, Anunnaki light codes. There you go. That's the divine, literally. Energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. You see? So because you put an end to a narrative, to a chapter, to a way of being, okay, it has ended the cycle. It has created the energetic shift that was needed for you to be in alignment to receive these light codes, to receive these new insights, okay? So that you can essentially show up in your true light, okay? In your true authentic image. Because you are a divine being, okay? So for some of you, you may feel that you have like some kind of deep, profound connection to the Anunnaki, okay? You may even have been researching like ancient civilizations, those connected to Mesopotamia, Syria, you know, the Assyrian kingdom maybe. Ancient Egypt, of course, is an obvious one here. Babylonian, you know, it could be a number of ancient civilizations that you've been researching, right? Connecting with different energies, different deities, okay? You could even be for some of you, may even feel that you've been receiving like almost like alien intelligence, like downloads from like, you know, possibly like an intergalactic Federation community, okay? Especially those who may consider themselves starseeds, okay? Yeah. So it can take shape and form in different ways because, like I say, my community is full of all sorts of people. For others of you, you may feel connected to like archangels, certain archangels are giving you downloads. You may feel like you're connected or plugged in directly with source, okay? So it's like you're having back and forth communication with the sacred mother and father, okay? Connecting directly to source through those mediums, okay? So take it how it resonates, okay? Because like I say, it's different for different people. But you get it, right? It's that higher intelligence, right? That you are essentially connected to on a very profound level. Yes, we have third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. Yeah, so your clairs could be coming online in a major way. I definitely get that you're getting like, for some of you, very strong like claircognizance, okay? You may even be experiencing clairsentience where you're experiencing physical sensations connected to the messages and the information that you're getting, right? Even clear empathy. That could be something that you're getting strongly. I know a lot of people who are like highly sensitive or that are like very empathic have a strong sense of clear empathy where you can literally feel the emotions of those that are connected to you energetically, or you can just pick up on certain people's energy and it's very intense, right? But it's connected to something specific. And that could be something else that you're realizing, that some of these heavy emotions you've been carrying are not even your own, but it's those around you, people that you've been picking up on, those who may have even been honed in on your energy. So you're understanding that this is actually a gift of yours. Yeah. So for some of you as well, like this, I don't know who this is for, but this is for somebody. You had a hang up about certain spiritual gifts that you have. Maybe because you grew up religious and you were taught that that was wrong, but that's bullshit, okay? This is something that you were given by the divine. You were meant to explore this gift that you have. Yeah. It could even be that you're meant to come in as like, I don't know, some form of divine intervention. It's like you come in and it's like you're brought in to basically expose certain truths, okay? And your very presence, it's like divine intervention. You know, like shit goes down when you're about, because it's like the truth will always come out and shifts will happen. And because of that, people may have tried to like demonize you for it, but you were literally meant to expose things. What is done in the dark being brought to light. You're meant to do that. That is part of your alchemy, right? So if anyone's trying to make you feel bad for, you know, essentially being the one to bring lies to the surface or to get to the bottom of things, certain truths, right? Or exposing certain people, exposing certain things, don't feel bad about it. Okay, you're meant to. You may even just intuitively get these downloads. You may see these things, right? You may even have like telepathy, or, you know, you even get like visions of what people have done, right? Don't feel bad about it. That's a gift, okay? So don't let anyone that has something to hide make you feel bad about that if that applies to you. Or it could be something else, right? Because again, it's going to vary from person to person. But I feel like I just felt it instantly. Like someone has a hang up about a certain gift of theirs, right? Like they don't want to explore it because they feel like it's bad, but it's not, right? It's not something that's harmful. I don't feel like it's anything harmful. But you may have been taught like you don't do that, or that's crazy talk, right? Yeah, no. That's bullshit, okay? Someone needs to know that. Tell me more. Yeah, we have the inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. This is it, okay? So this is you essentially recalibrating your energy. Going deep within, like I say, getting to the root of the issue. And that's what this is. This is going deep within one's own inner being, okay? Inner earth, inner being, right? And getting to the root of the issue. Base chakra energy, root energy, okay? Because there was definitely some issue around your root chakra for some of you. For some of you, it was your third eye, okay? For some of you, it was like your soul star, okay? For others of you, it's all the above. So take it however it resonates, but there was definitely something about feeling safe, secure, protected that needed to be looked at, okay? You may have felt like, you know, every time you try and create a new foundation or you build upon something, build on your stability, if something takes you several steps back or something happens, you experience the tower. But that's because there was some element of self-sabotage involved. There was something that you were carrying, okay, in your cells, right? Even on a DNA level, something encoded on a DNA level that was causing you so much emotional pain or turmoil, or affecting you so deeply, like such a deep emotional wound, that it was affecting your health. It was affecting your ability to create some kind of stability and a sense of security for yourself, okay? So this could be speaking on some kind of deep trauma here, okay? That you may not have even looked at, or you've not properly addressed, or it's something you're still healing, or there's some side of it that you wasn't aware of, okay? But it's been brought to your conscious awareness so you can address it. Yeah, but either way, all of this work is paying off. Yeah. Because look, Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. The gates are open, okay? Because of all of this work that you've done within, it's now reflecting without. So you actually have several doorways, several portals open to you now. It's funny because I actually got this card in a reading I did for the Patreon community. You know, this was a reading I did a couple of weeks back. It was an amazing read. I feel like if you resonate with this, you would definitely resonate with that reading. So if you haven't joined Patreon, I highly recommend doing so. There's some great reads that we've been getting over there, and it's just an awesome way to further solidify your connection with the community and myself, and of course showing support for the work. It would mean a great deal to me on that level as well. So do check it out. The link can be found in the channel header. Okay, if you go to the about section, it's also there. But yeah, so that's what it is, right? This has all been about alignment, coming back to self. And because you have found yourself again, essentially, right? Rediscovered the fact that you are almost like an emanation of the creator itself. You carry source energy, right? You are a creation of source, therefore you carry source energy. So because there is this awareness of self, the I am, okay, it has unlocked opportunities, portals, gateways, right? It's unlocked multiple paths, not just one, okay? So you have options now. Options that weren't available to you before. Not that they weren't there, but you wasn't ready yet, okay? Because this needed to happen first. This was, like I say, this was a huge process that needed to take place first. Now you've done that, boom. You have like different realms, realities, paradigms, timelines that are now open to you. And like it says, there is no wrong path. It's just about the experience you now want to have. What experience do you want to have? That's what you need to ask yourself at this point. Not what is it that I need to go through next, or what is it that I need to change. What experience do I now want to have? Given the work that I've just done, given the fact that there are multiple pathways open to me, what experience do I now want to have? How would that benefit myself, my conscious understanding, but also on a soul level, my higher self? What is in alignment with those facets of self and the person I am now and that which I am becoming and evolving into every single day? These are the questions to ask, right? Wow. So let's get some tarot before we close the reading. So anything else that the collective needs to know? Anything else that the collective needs to know? Knight of Wands, yeah. So I feel like your creativity may be, like you may just feel like a greater sense of creativity, like, or you may want to express something that's very creative or be creative in some shape or form. May even want to take up like a new skill, talent, hobby, right? Put something out there. Maybe there's something you've been working on and now you feel like inspired and more confident to actually put this work out there, right? Or pursue something you're interested in, something that you feel like really resonates with you. Or you may even want to travel to certain places that you feel like, you know, you want to experience at this time, that you feel like will resonate with you on some level, or you just really enjoy exploring. But I definitely get a sense of getting back out there in a major way. Yeah, Three of Swords. You now want to do this after overcoming some kind of disappointment, grief, upset, betrayal, injustice. Yeah. What do we talk about? The heart chakra healing, right? Yeah. So I feel like your confidence is growing exponentially. I feel like you yourself are no longer apologizing for how you felt after going through what you went through. You're recognizing that your feelings were valid, but they don't have to rule you. That's kind of the energy here. Yeah. So it's like this is you essentially like coming out of a very intense healing process and being ready to take the world by storm. That's literally the energy here. Yeah, we have the moon. Exactly. Exploring the unconscious, right? And bringing it to the conscious mind, okay? Exploring the feelings, the thoughts, the memories that get suppressed. And being very very honest with oneself, yeah. About whatever wounding or pain you've been carrying still. And this isn't about like necessarily having to express that, you know, to others or publicly, but just being very real with yourself about it. Yeah. And then, you know, making the necessary pivot or changes or adjustments or releasing, whatever the case may be, right? Yeah. But there's definitely certain things that's being brought to your conscious awareness. And maybe even things that you didn't know that happened, or you didn't know were playing out in the background but was still emotionally affecting you, could be coming to your conscious awareness now as well. Yeah. Something that was in the background that was contributing to an energy of loss or lack or grief, or feeling like ostracized or on the outside looking in, or feeling like unworthy, or feeling like constantly being sacrificed or martyred or something like that. Again, different for different people, but those are the kinds of energies with this. Yeah, and how this was affecting your life in various different ways. Like I say, could have affected your health, could have affected your finances, your career prospects, your love prospects, family dynamics, friend dynamics, like so many different levels, right? Yeah, Page of Pentacles, but this is changing. This is changing. So whether you realize it or not, but as a result of doing this work, you planted a seed, and a good one as well, right? A good one. This seed, no matter how small it may seem, no matter how vulnerable and fragile you may have felt in that moment planting this seed by doing this work, it was exactly what the divine asked of you. And the fact that you did it, okay, and you essentially invested in yourself, doing this healing work, making the necessary changes, okay, whether that's, getting therapy, doing this own introspective work, changing your lifestyle, changing your diet, okay, changing your associations, whatever it was, the things that you did, that seed changed everything. Boom, paradigm shift, Two of Pentacles. Now you have opportunities, flexibility, right? It's like the ball is now in your court. You have options. You can weigh those options up. Now you can think about, what kind of experience, what kind of vision do you have for yourself, and where do you now want to plant the next seed, right? What do you want to give your time and attention to? So this is sort of the entering the energy of like mastering one's own reality as a result of mastering oneself. Yeah, Two of Swords. You could be seeing 222, okay? That could be confirmation for some of you. But I definitely feel like, again, it's like now rather than feeling like, you can only go down certain paths because there is nothing else. It's a case of you're now seeing, since taking the blindfold off, that there are multiple pathways that are just rushing towards you right now, okay? So it's almost like, you go from feeling like you're blocked, you're stuck, you can't move, to like taking the blindfold off and seeing like these various paths, these roads just suddenly like unfold in front of you. And there's tons, right? 8 of Wands energy. So it's like, oh my gosh, talk about a shift of energy. Because again, this blockage has been removed. Yeah. High Priestess. So you know that things are shifting in your reality, okay? You know this. You've been intuitively getting signs, downloads, hints that this process is unfolding, right? So that you can move forward. You can experience the next chapter, okay? You can experience a new cycle here. So it's about using what you've learned, what you now know, okay? Because you've learned a lot, okay? Your awareness, your insight, your wisdom is not where it was at before this process. So now that you are aware, what are you going to do with this awareness, with this knowledge, with this wisdom? How are you now going to apply yourself? What are you going to do to solidify this foundation? Do you need to create like an entirely new one? Do you have to build upon the one you already have? Are there certain tweaks that need to be made? Is it just simply investing more time in one specific area, or putting your energy, your effort, saving for something that is going to require your resources, your attention, your energy, right? Or is it just a change of perspective? Whatever that is, that's what you need to look at now, okay? Because I'm telling you, there are huge blessings on the way, okay? You have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. That's glorious, okay? So that just shows, again, heart chakra open, okay? Because your heart chakra is open because you are consciously aware of what needed to change and you made those adjustments. And you are now being a container open to new possibilities, right? You're now open to the possibilities. You can now envision different possibilities for yourself. Because of that, you have become a vessel for new energy, for being able to receive what it is that you want. And so now that's what's coming. You are receiving what it is that you want most, okay? Ace of Pentacles. This is something tangible. But first, you had to be spiritually open, be a spiritual container for what it is that you want. And because you are, that's now coming in. And it's now being made manifest in the physical. But this is directly in alignment with what you want, okay? But I don't mean in terms of like what you want on a fleeting level. I mean what you truly desire, what is truly something that means the most to you on a heart level, okay? And it's something that essentially that the divine is saying, yes, this is yours. You can have this. This is specifically for you. Like, this is a wish granted. Amazing. And it's something you waited a long time for with the Three of Wands, okay? Yeah. But it's something that's been a part of your vision, something that's been a part of, I don't know, some kind of desire or a dream or a goal or a wish that you've held for a long time or for some significant time. I feel like at least 3 years, right? At least 3 years. And now it's coming in. Yeah, but you had to be ready. You had to learn something here. Something about all of we discussed. There was something within this you had to learn. You had to come to understand. And now that you do, and now that you're in the right vibration, you're in alignment, and you're open and ready to receive, it's coming. Yeah. But you first had to deal with, you know, the illusions. You first had to deal with the things that were being presented in one way that were actually another, okay? The things that, again, that were essentially creating these blockages. Yeah. And it could even just be things from the past, repressed memories, emotions, okay? Events that needed to be addressed, situations that you needed to heal from, people you needed to release, right? And yes, look, 6 of Cups from the past. So, wow. So this was a mammoth undertaking, but I'm telling you, like, wow. It is changing everything. Your eyes are open, okay? You are fully aware. And this is changing everything. Yeah. That's why these stargates are now open. These portals are now open. Yeah. Because you are ready to truly release. Look, Chamber of the Violet Flame. You may have even been doing a lot of like violet flame meditation work, or, you know, working with that energy in some shape or form. Whether you are conscious of it or not, you have been on some level. In order to release these karmic energies, karmic cycles, right? These things that no longer serve you, okay? And that is what's creating radical transformation. Alchemy, yeah. Transmutation. Wow. So this was really deep, but really profound. I mean, but like in such a good way. Even though, yes, it was a heavy undertaking. I'm not going to take that from you, okay? I feel like we've all had to do our own process within this sort of framework, right? And again, slightly different for everybody as to what that was, but it's going to be so rewarding. I mean, already you're going to start now seeing the rewards of doing this work, you know? So it's time to step in your king and queen energy. That's what I want to say, collective, okay? Whether you're a masculine, a feminine, a male, or female, okay? It's time to step into your king and queen energy, because you have done the work to earn this title, to earn this rank. You can now truly call yourself a divine being, okay? In all the likeness of the divine, because of the work you've done. Not to say you weren't carrying divine energy before, but I just feel like, you know, like a spiritual purging going on, a spiritual purification. That's what I feel like this process was. It was about spiritual purification. For you to be in the frequency and be the embodiment of what you're essentially called to become, you had to go through this process, right? But the funny thing is, it's not becoming something more than you would have been anyway, or more than you were. It's coming back to who you really are, okay? So it's like realizing that you were this divine being all along, but you just had to, like, you know, like they say, unfuck yourself. That's basically what it is. just removing all of this unnecessary garbage, right? So you can come back to self. Yeah. So it was a very intense purification process. But look how well it's serving you. Yeah. So now you can show up and show out and do what you want to do, okay? Whatever you feel called to do, whatever you feel like, you know, you yourself feel inspired to do, now's the time, you know? Amazing. So I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you found it useful. Before we go, actually, let me just get a parting nugget of advice or insight for you. Oh, there's quite a few things here. Wow. So again, you saw the 5 of Pentacles before. Now we have 5 diamonds here. So you didn't actually lose anything, okay? You're just, you know, there was just a lot of clutter that needed to be removed. But anything you feel like you're missing or you're needing, that's coming in, okay? So you're not really losing anything. It was just something was temporarily removed so something else can be put in its place when the time was right. That's pretty much the energy. 369, exactly. That's a manifestation, okay? That's being in true alignment to literally reshape your reality. That's what that is. That is those light codes we were talking about. Understanding the true nature of manifestation. Yes, surprise. Expect a financial increase. What did I say? Okay, what did I say? You didn't lose anything. So if it was something financial or in some capacity, you're going to gain that and then some, okay? We saw the Ace of Pentacles. Surround yourself with beautiful things, beautiful. Yes, you are a beautiful divine being. Whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter, okay? You are a beautiful divine being. So surround yourself with beautiful things. It doesn't have to be highly expensive things. It doesn't have to be anything ridiculous, but just things that really are beautiful to you, right? That makes you feel good within yourself. That makes you feel good in your environment, okay? Even like, you know, doing things that make you feel physically beautiful, okay? Attractive, yeah. Whether that's like doing your hair, doing makeup, or, you know, wearing a certain clothing, or even if that's like embracing like not wearing makeup or embracing your natural hair or going back to your natural hair color or whatever it is, whatever you feel like will make you feel good within yourself, do it, okay? Look, therapy, journaling, energy work, we talked about that. So if that's something you've been doing, keep it up. It's working very, very well for you, I feel. You are a loved one is pregnant. It's a girl. That keeps coming up. I do actually have one that says it's a boy as well. But the fact that keeps coming up, I'm telling you, someone's going to have a kid. I'm telling you, it keeps coming up. Someone in this community is going to have a kid. We have 222. We talked about that in the reading. So many confirmations here. So I'm telling you, if you're seeing 222 right now, there is definitely something in this for you, okay? So don't ignore it, because I'm telling you, there is something profound, a blessing, a gift that's coming in for you as a result of this work. And it's going to change your whole life. Yeah. This can even be a partnership. We have growing in influence, time to shine. Definitely that Queen Nefertiti energy. Absolutely. Time to shine. Show up and show out. That's this, okay? That's also this energy. Yeah. Time to shine, okay? Embrace what makes you uniquely you. What else? Ooh. Oh my gosh, so many confirmations. Travel is on the cards. Plan and budget. Yes, that could be what some of you are saving and preparing for, because you plan to travel soon. Okay. And what else? I just wanted to tell you I love you. Yeah, I feel like that's the divine. That's the divine for sure. There may be someone that feels this way again, especially if someone is wanting to pair up with you or get into a relationship with you, because for some of you there is, okay, with that 222. For others of you, you could be in a relationship. Your person does love you very much, I feel. For others of you, this is literally just, I mean, for everyone anyway, the divine wants you to know that they love you. They do. They love you. They see you as like one of theirs, okay? Their child, literally. So that's why they're shining upon you right now, because you are really like in your true essence, you know, and they're so proud that you have come back to yourself in this profound way. Yeah. So they just want to let you know that they're very proud of you and they love you dearly, okay? They really do, like a proud parent. I've had that energy before come through before, so I feel like that really is the case, you know, at this time. Like, yeah, they are really proud, like a proud parent. So yes, give yourself a pat on the back, collective. You've done good, okay? You did really good to get through this, I'm telling you. So you should be proud, and I'm very proud of you, you know, I really am. So well done. But yeah, that's the reading. So if you did enjoy it, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, click the notifications bell, click all. And yeah, we will definitely do another reading very soon. So for now, take care, enjoy the rest of your day whenever you're watching this, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.